Hello everyone! So it's that time of month again. We're picking the TBR and this month is September TBR and I cannot believe that we are already up to September. We literally have like 4 months left. That's insane. Anyway, I'm not going to bother chit-chatting. We're just going to jump straight into it. I think we're going to do a spin the wheel today just because I like the spin the wheel, but we're gonna do like prompts, spin the wheel prompts, not like spin the wheel picks. Do you know what I mean? So we're gonna actually do a prompt one, so I'm gonna have like a little hunt around my shelves. So without further ado, grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's get into the video. I am not actually going to screen record my spin the wheel because sometimes I can't. So I have two. I have one that I have created and one that is just like a random one. Also, the first thing that I should tell you is that it's currently already one on the TBR, which is Lights Out by Navessa Allen. This is mine and Book Bestie's buddy reads. So we're currently reading this. I think he's up to like chapter 7 or chapter 8. I'm still up to chapter 5 because I just filmed a 24-hour reading challenge, so I got to catch up on this today, but that is fine. So this is the first book on the TBR for this month, and that's the only book that I'm putting on the TBR, so like before we do this. So let's do the first spin. I think we're going to do my own prompts. No, you know what? We're going to do a random one that someone else has created. So let's spin the wheel. Published in the 1990s. Roll D10. What? I don't think any of these books that I have are published in the 1990s. Maybe this one? No, this one was 2003. It was the first time that one was published. I don't actually think I have any books that are published in the 1990s, if I'm being completely honest with you. This is 2014. Okay, I'm gonna have a quick look, see if I can find any that have been published in the 1990s somewhere. They'll only be on this side. And if I can't, then we'll spin again. But I have a couple of books that I can look at, so just give me a sec. Okay, so I do not have a book that has been published in the 1990s. So we're gonna spin again. That was really unsuccessful, but that's fine. Published in 2022. Why are we getting these published in? I don't want published in. I don't know what books are published in 2022. Oh, I'm just having a look on Goodreads for the most popular books published in 2022 because I don't think I have no idea. I mean, I suppose I could always get one on my Kindle if I find one that I like. That was not, is that? That's fantastic. So we got one and I actually have it on my shelf. For a book published in 2022, we have Never Lie by Freida McFadden. And I'm super excited to read this because I've heard really great things about this particular one. And I did just read One by One by her. So I've read The Inmate and One by One by her. And I definitely want to get into like the mystery thrillers a lot more. So Never Lie by Freida McFadden. That's the first one, technically second, but first one on the TBR from the prompts. So also I think we're going to do about 8 prompts, maybe 9, just so I have 10. But I don't think I'm going to get through all of that in September, so we will see. I've made a good dent in my TBR for this month, but I have read a couple of books that weren't on the TBR, so. But that's fine. I can do what I want with my books, and I'm very much a mood reader, so. Never Lie by Freida McFadden. I'll read you the back. This says, newlyweds Trisha and Ethan are searching for the house of their dreams. They think they've found it when they visit the remote manor that once belonged to Dr. Adrian Hale, a renowned psychiatrist who vanished without a trace years ago. But when a violent winter storm traps them at the estate, the house begins to lose its appeal. Stuck inside and growing restless, Trisha stumbles on a collection of audio transcripts from Dr. Hale's sessions with patients. As Trisha listens to the cassette tape, she learns about the terrifying chain of events leading up to the doctor's mysterious disappearance. With each tape, another shocking piece of the puzzle falls into place, and a web of lies slowly unravels. But by the time Trisha reaches the final cassette, the one that reveals the entire horrifying story, it will be too late. It sounds super interesting. I'm super keen to read that. So, for a book published in 2022, this was published on the 19th of September 2022. Maybe not this particular edition. Yeah, originally self-published in 2022 by Freida McFadden. So, that works. Okay, we're gonna spin again. An author I've never read before. Have I read anything by B.K. Morrison before? Oh, or do I do that one? Because I've heard this is really good. I've been seeing this blow up all over TikTok lately and I've heard it's really good. It's A Forbidden Alchemy by Stacey McEwen. I know she does TikTok And like, look at those beautiful sprayed edges too. Like, are we kidding? Oh, or do I want to do that? I am okay, I'm leaning towards these two. These are the two that I want to pick between. So I'll quickly read the back and then we'll decide. Because I've heard really great things about both and I'm really excited to read both of these. So let's look at both. So this is The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. England, 1848. The season is officially open. High society girls line up to bargain with the immortal Queen Maureen for qualities that will win them suitors. A perfect smile for the loss of a finger. An exquisite talent for piano in exchange for one's happiest child memory. Lady Ivy Benton's season arrives with a shocking twist. The Queen announces a competition to win the hand of her fey son, Prince Bran, and marrying the prince is a prize that could save Ivy's family from ruin, and her sister from the bargain that destroyed her. Yet every glittering fey deal has a rotting heart, and amidst the lavish balls, vicious competitions, and a dangerous alliance with Prince Bran's irresistible brother, Prince Emmett, Ivy soon realizes that at the center of this contest lies a dark plot that could destroy all of England and her heart along with it. That sounds so interesting and I'm really keen to read that. But let's read the back of A Forbidden Alchemy. So this says, Book Talk star Stacey McEwen's new slow burn romantasy series follows a fated pair who are thrust into opposing factions of a violent class war. That sounds so good, even just that. Nina Harrow and Patrick Coulson are only 12 years old when they are whisked from their disenfranchised mining towns to dazzling Bellavere City to be tested for magical abilities. Nina's lifelong dream is to become an artisan, a powerful elemental mage who fulfills the city's grand ambitions, while Patrick wants only to return to his family of craftsmen. Together they discover a devastating secret. Artisans aren't born but chosen. With this information, they take their future into their own hands. Patrick departs for home, while Nina finds her place as one of the rarest, most coveted types of artisan. When a craftsman revolution ignites years later, Nina is captured by Patrick's rebel group, and despite the years, he hasn't forgotten her. In fact, he needs her help for a mission that could shift the tides against Bellavere City, which she reluctantly accepts, battling the sparks between them. But when Nina's first love reappears, asking her to betray Patrick for the artisans, she faces an impossible choice that will determine the fate of their world. Oh, no. I just read a love triangle and I'm not in the mood for a love triangle. This sounds like a love triangle. So I know this is also a love triangle, but you can just tell that this is more like you definitely know who she's going to pick, whereas this is like you don't know who she's going to pick. So I think we're gonna go for The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. So that's for an author who I've never read before. All right, let's spin again. I don't know why I'm showing you guys, won't be able to see from there. Recommended by Bookstagram. I'm not really on Bookstagram very much, but I am on Book Talk. So do I just go Book Talk? Because like they both go on Book Talk. I have a book in mind. What have I got? Dark romance, mystery, fantasy. Okay, I really wanted to read this month, like for my birthday month, but I didn't pick it in my video. And even though this is like 1,000 pages, no, it's like 600 pages. Why does this look so big for 600 pages, mind you? Anyway, I think we're gonna go with Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I have really wanted to read this, and this has obviously been all over TikTok and Bookstagram. Well, I should say all over BookTok and Bookstagram. Even though I'm not on Bookstagram too much, I do know that this is just as popular over there. So not that I feel like you really I need to read you the back. However, I'm going to read you the back end anyway. Sarah Spain is good at keeping secrets. No one knows about the powers she possesses or the fact that she has been stealing from the undying queen's reservoirs for as long as she can remember. But a secret is like a knot. Sooner or later, it is bound to come undone. When Ceres comes face to face with death himself, she inadvertently reopens a gateway between realms and is transported to Yevila, a land of ice and snow. The Fae have always been the stuff of myth, of legend, of nightmares, but it turns out they're real, and Ceres has landed in the center of a centuries-long conflict that might just get her killed. The first of her kind to enter Yevila in over 1,000 years, Ceres mistakenly binds herself to Kingfisher, a handsome Fae warrior with an agenda of his own. He will use her powers to protect his people no matter what it costs him or her. Death has a name. It is Kingfisher of the Adruan Gate. His past is murky, his attitude stinks, and he's the only way Ceres is going to make it home. Like, that just sounds so interesting. So, yeah, recommended by Bookstagram, we're going with Quicksilver by Callie Hart because I've been wanting to read this for like a year now. So we're going for this. All right, spinning again. Academia. Oh, that's a good one too because I really need like a dark academia or something because that is in my book bingo for the year. So which one is dark academia? I know I have a dark academia somewhere. Or I mean, Vampire Academy is academia, isn't it? I think we might go for this one because this is academia, 100% this is academia. And yeah, that way I just know. Or I could put that back on the TBR. We could put by Saving 6 because I do want to continue. I'm filming like a reading vlog of all of it. And I've currently got it on the TBR for this month, but I don't think I'm going to be able to like film myself doing it because I'm going to film another video. So I think I might put Saving 6 instead of this just because we've got 2 fantasy on there already. So let's go with that one instead. It was over on my TBR cart because I was planning on reading it this month, but I just didn't get around to it, which is totally fine. But Saving 6 by Chloe Walsh. These are the US covers. I did buy the US covers. I have Keeping 13 is finally on the way, the US cover, and I'm so excited for it. But I'm not going to read this. I'm not going to read the back because it is the 3rd book in the Boys of Tommen series. And even though it is the start of a new duet, there is definitely going to be spoilers in this and on the back for what happens in Binding and Keeping 13. So that is book number 4 from the prompts, I should say. So that's book number 4, which is Academia. And I say Academia because it is set in high school. So I feel like, is that cheating? Hang on, let me Google it. Okay, so I've just Googled what academia means. Okay, I thought I was right and I am. So it says the environment or community concerned with the pursuit of research, education and scholarship. So I feel like this doesn't actually fit though. I don't know. I don't think I have anything that is like proper academia though. Even though that's Vampire Academy, it's still not quite academia. And I don't think I have anything that is like actually academia. But at least this is set in a school, if you get what I mean. So like maybe, yeah, I'm gonna go with this. We're gonna do Saving 6. It's just happening. I don't care. All right, spinning again. We've got 4 books from the spinning wheel, so we're going to do another 5. We'll just put 10 on the TBR. And I'm saying 10 including lights out, so. Self-published. Oh, I got a good one for that. We're going to go with this one, which is the 2nd book in this duet. The first one is Enter Chameleon by A Double. This is, yeah, sorry, this is funny on the back. Oh, this is about the other dude. Okay, I'm all for that. I know that this is self-published because she is an indie author and you can just tell by the paper that it is that type of book. But this is I Am Chameleon, which is a dark romance novel by A Double. And I'll read you the back. So it says, Seth, shy weens don't get sweeties. That's what I've always heard. Well, who is sweeter than yours truly? I am the co-owner of Glasgow-based establishment Chameleon with my best friend Jack. He's the brains and I'm the looks. I'm not being cocky, it's a fact. I'm hot and everyone knows it. Women throw themselves at me and thankfully my shoulders are broad enough to catch them all. But what do I do when the one I truly want keeps flying out of reach? Phoenix. You look at me and what do you see? If you say you saw the badass dominatrix of Chameleon, you'd be right. What you don't see is what I hide away from everyone. Me. Now that my mask has been perfectly crafted and my defense is secure, memories I've long tried to forget haunt me when an acquaintance unexpectedly returns. What's a woman to do when the very reason for my safeguards is trying to tear them down? That sounds super interesting and I really enjoyed the first book, so we're going to put this one on for self-pubbed because I know that this is a self-published book. This is book number 6 technically on the TBR. Number 7, spinning again. A romance. So I'm glad I didn't pick a romance earlier. Okay, I have 2 in mind and it's because I really want to either get through this series or read this book because I've heard nothing but good things. And I'm actually really excited to read this book after reading Caught Up. So you know what? I'm just going to make the decision now. As much as I really want to read First Time Caller, I also would love to just leave that for around Valentine's Day. I think that would just be like the perfect time to read it. So we're going to go with, because I've heard such good things about this particular book in this series. And like I've got 2 books left in this series and then I'm done with this series. So I'm trying to get through some series because I have a lot of series on the go at the moment. So we're going to go with Play Along by Liz Tomfordy or Liz Tomford. I hear both in the audiobooks for these, so I don't care what you say is right or wrong because I hear both all the time. So I'm going to read you the back because they are interconnected standalone, so it's not too much of a spoiler. This says, Kennedy, I'm the only woman on staff for the Windy City Warriors baseball team and have to maintain my professional reputation. But a Las Vegas run-in with the team's shortstop threatens everything, leaving me with a fuzzy memory and a ring on my left hand. Isaiah Rhodes is reckless, impulsive, and frustratingly charming. He's also my brand new husband, and to save my job, I have to pretend the whole thing was planned, the real deal. They've got the saying wrong. What happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. Sometimes it follows you right back home. Isaiah, I've crushed on my team's athletic trainer, Kennedy K, for years. So imagine my surprise when I woke up in Sin City with a ring on my finger and my favorite redhead in my bed. We have to stay married for one baseball season, just long enough to keep her job safe. But now I'm using our time together to prove to her I'm husband material. Kennedy might be reluctant to join in on our game, but it's one I refuse to lose. So come on, wife, play along. I'm so excited for this, and everyone says like the song that you think of for this is like Why You So Obsessed With Me by Mariah Carey, and I can totally see it because in Caught Up we get an insight into Isaiah and Kennedy, and literally he says the word obsessed so many times. So I am really excited to read this. I think it'll be really good. I also think it'll be really good because we'll get to see like Isaiah and Max as well, which is Kai's little boy from Caught Up. So that is number 7 for the TBR. All right, 2 more. Number 8. We actually have 3 more, so don't mind me. Okay, we have a 5-word title. I'm tempted to put that one on, but I don't know if I will. I think I might end up putting that one on, because do I have any with 5 words on it? Good lord. Okay, so we're going to put, this is one that I am super excited to read. I've put it on the TBR a few times, but I've just never gotten around to it. But the last time I put a book on that I wasn't sure about, which was, actually I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to spoil it. This is The Light That Blinds Us. So The Light That Blinds Us by Andy Darcy Theo. I'll read you the back. It says, when consumed by shadow, even the faintest light can be blinding. After a childhood haunted by hallucinations, Alexis Michael's only comfort is the blue amulet he's had since before he can remember. Now the visions have gone and Alexis craves a normal life. But when a trip to Stonehenge unites him with 3 other teens carrying similar gems, normality is abandoned and they are plunged into a hidden world of power-wielding elementals and told they are destined to save the world from an eternal night. But a dark past plagues Alexis as they prepare to defeat their enemy, and a looming secret sets to corrupt the mission, their lives, and his mind. 4 friends, 4 powers, 1 epic destiny. So I'm super excited to read that. I'm pretty sure my best friend bought this for me. Yeah, it was this one that she bought me for my birthday last year. So it's been on the TBR for over a year. So hopefully we get to that this month. 2 more. So second last one. Oh, I just got romance again. We got that before. No, I'm spinning again. I'm not doing repeats. Witches. I don't know which book of mine is witch-based. Oh, it's in the title. That works well. Because again, it'll be a series that I'm finishing. So we're going to go with Soul's Trilogy Book 3, which is Soul of a Witch. Very much a witch. And I am going to read you the back because I can read you the back because this does not have like major spoilers for the first 2 books in this series. So it says, after millennia, a demon god killer finally claims the witch who has been haunting his dreams in this dark romantic thriller by TikTok sensation Harley LaRue. Everly, I am the servant of a merciless god. I am the daughter of its preacher. All my life, my power has been controlled by others. They raised me to be meek and stifled my magic. But no more. A brutal murder led me to discover a mysterious house full of magic and the ancient, powerful demon within. He says my power can change the world, that I can kill the evil creature I once worshipped. But at what cost? Callum. For 2,000 years, I've been alone, slaughtering fallen gods as I search for the witch who has haunted my dreams, begging for my help. Now that I've found her, I will protect her with my life. But when the fate When the fates of earth, heaven, and hell hang in the balance, not even her soul is safe from destruction. If a choice must be made, I'll let the word burn if it means having her as my own. This sounds so good. I think this might be my favorite one in the series once I'm done reading it, which is a lot to say. But I'm super excited. I'm pretty sure that all these books, so like Her Soul to Take, Her Soul for Revenge, and Soul of a Witch, all run on a very similar timeline. So you can kind of read them out of order. You will get small little spoilers, but they won't be like huge spoilers to the story, I don't think. Anyway, that is book number 8, and I'm very excited for this. I love that I was like witches. I don't have any for witches. It's literally in the name. Last one. No. I don't like that at all. Oh, I don't think I have any LGBTQA+. Supernatural. Is this? Okay, this is also a witch's one and also fits like Supernatural. So maybe we might go with this one. Also, this is about university, so this kind of fits with academia as well. So maybe we'll go with this one so it ticks off the others just in case I kind of cheated a bit. So this is The Coven by Harper L. Woods. It says Hollow Groves University is about to open its wards. On the back it says, your destiny is not to do what is right. Your destiny is to destroy us all. Willow Madiza never thought she'd accept a place at Hollow Groves University, the secret and prestigious institution where the best and the brightest of her fellow witches learn to wield their magic. But Willow has reasons for being at Hollow Groves beyond the education it offers. Raised to be a weapon against the coven that presides over the university, she must find the bones of her ancestors in order to reclaim the magic that is her destiny. Her only obstacle is Alaric Grayson Thorne, the university's beautiful and infuriating headmaster. Gray is ruthless, manipulative, dangerous. He represents everything Willow has been taught to despise. But despite their mutual loathing, Gray understands Willow better than anyone, and he might just be the key to unlocking her full power. Oh my god, that sounds amazing! Why have I not read this yet? Okay, I'm sold. I'm sold on that. I'm absolutely sold on that. Let's do a rapid fire, shall we? Okay, we're going in no particular order. Just it was easier to stack them this way so I could lift them better. So first up we have Lights Out, which is a dark rom-com, a dark comedic romance. I've already started this, love it. It's the buddy read for me and Captain Ventress this month. Doesn't matter when we finish and start, we just constantly do a buddy read. So next up we have Play Along by Liz Tomforty, which was our romance pick on the spinning wheel. And yeah, this is the 4th book in the Windy City series, so excited to keep moving through that series and super excited to hear Isaiah's story. Then we have I Am Chameleon by A Double. This is book 2. It does follow a different pairing, which I'm still super excited to read about because I really did enjoy this author's writing. I can't remember. This was a self-published book and I'm super excited to read this. Then we have Never Lie by Frida McFadden, which was a book published in 2022. Then we have The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. This we picked because the spinning wheel gave us the prompt of a author I've never read before, and I've not read anything by Sasha Payton Smith before. Super excited for that one too. Then we have The Light That Blinds Us by Andy Darcy Theo. This was a book with a 5-word title. It's the only book that I could find on my shelves that had a 5-word title. Then we have Soul of a Witch, which was the prompt for witches. Soul of a Witch fits really well, so that's that one. Super excited to finish this series too. Look at us go. Got a lot of like continuations this month in series, so I'm super happy about that. Then we have Saving Six by Chloe Walsh, which was the book we picked for academia because it was set in a school. So sue me, but I think that fits, but we have a backup anyway. Then we have The Coven by Harper L. Woods. This was our pick for Supernatural. And like I said, this kind of also covers for the academia as well as the witches. If you guys weren't happy with that, this covers that as well. It definitely sounds very academia considering she is attending a university and then Sounds like she ends up banging her headmaster. So we're here for it. We are here for it. We do not judge. We listen and we don't judge. And then for the final prompt, not that it was the final prompt, it was one of the first ones, but it was a book recommended by Bookstagram, and we picked Quicksilver by Callie Hart. This is very popular all over TikTok and Instagram. So that is that. So we have 10 books for the TBR for the month of September, and I'm super excited for the lineup. We have an even split of like fantasy and then other genres, and that's how I like to do it, because then I can read one and like swap all the time. All right, so that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what your TBR looks like for September. I'm super excited for this stack of books that I've got right here for this month. I think it'll be really interesting to see what I get through and what I think of these books, because some of these books I've been super excited to read. Guys, I'm so tired. That 24-hour reading challenge really wrecked me, but anyway, let me know if you've read any of the books that I picked. Let me know what your TBR is looking like for the month of September. If you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, share it out, comment, do all those fun things. Also, if you want to, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I am not as active over there as what I should be. I try to be, but I'm really struggling between like uni and like social media work. So I do have some plans to kind of manage my time a little bit better. I went to see a therapist this week and just like got her to give me some advice, and she gave me some really good advice. So I think that will help. It'll keep me more task orientated and more focused. So hopefully next trimester, which starts in a week, which is insane. I'm already like done with my break, which is crazy. I hope you all have a lovely day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a lovely day or night or morning, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.